Welcome back, my Duelist friends. I got a little bit of rest, and it is Friday. So what does that mean? It means a handful of things. It means, first off, we will be doing a couple of test hands with yesterday's Mystic Mine deck. This is going to be my modded version where I swapped out about, I want to say it was 6 cards yesterday. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to go first. We're going to go second. We're going to see just how fast we get access to the Mystic Mine with me doing a couple of trash hands while I'm shuffling. Extra deck really doesn't matter today, guys. That was just pot of fodder. So I'm not going to bother shuffling this or going like, oh, I wonder what went away. It doesn't matter, just so long as you know that there are 15 cards there. Friday, what else does Friday mean? Friday means that by the time that this video went up, we will have closed the voting based on comments on this week's Speed Duel Spotlight. Now, to be fair, if there's no comments on it or there's only a couple comments, we might go through to the end of today. But look tomorrow when we go do our tech analysis for this week. Watch that video. We'll have the announcement of who won. And, we'll do that again on Sunday. Everybody who did, you will be notified pretty late today because I do have to work. And again, this week it was 1 card per person. We'll let you know which cards are still in the pool if you were trying to win some Speed Duel skill cards. That would be fine. But outside of that, I'm just going to give this deck a cut and go for it. So, test hand 1 of the worst interactive deck that Yu-Gi-Oh has, because again, you have no fun playing this deck. You shouldn't have any fun playing this deck, but you also shouldn't have any fun playing against the deck because it is just silly. So let's go first. Let's see if we can get our Mystic Mine. Let's see what we get. And we got Pot of Duality. This is not going to be terrible. We're going to get Upstart Goblin, so that's cool. We got Pot of Extravagance, which makes Upstart Goblin useless. We got Demise of the Land, which is fine. We've got Wabi, which makes Pot of Duality useless. Okay, so the first thing you've got to do is you've got to decide what it is you really want. Best move here, just start off with your Extravagance. You're going to go ahead, you're going to banish the 6. So it doesn't matter, whatever 6 you want to see go. Pretend I flipped them face down over here. And then we're going to go ahead and draw R2. We're going to get a copy of Prohibition. We're going to get Dimension Shifter. Dimension Shifter is now a dead card because we already have a card or cards in the discard pile. So that's not going to work anymore. Again, you really kind of want that card first. If you want to ensure you making it, one of the first things you could do is you could special summon the Silent Wabi on your opponent's side of the field. I don't think it cares what position you play it in, just that you special summon it to your opponent's side of the field. They're going to draw a card. I'm going to get the 2k life. It's going to lower their hand size to 3. Doesn't matter. They're never going to hit an end phase where that's going to matter. But that's going to be on their side. I'm going to put it in defense just because. And then, realistically, I've special summoned. I've done that. So, because I did that, I can't draw. Because I special summoned, I can't Duality. So, that's turn 2 setup, which leaves us with Demise and Prohibition. Play them both. And again, kind of feel it out. Like, if this is actually game 2 or 3 for you, you have a good idea what your opponent's playing. Do they have a Feather Duster? If not, or have you seen a Feather Duster? If not, it's always a safe call during Game 1. Game 2 and 3, Twin Twisters may be a safer call. Call the one that you think your opponent is more likely to have. Let me separate that so it actually looks right. And again, your opponent's probably going to special summon. As soon as they do, you're just going to hit your Demise of the Land. You're going to go through your deck. You're going to find a copy of Mystic Mine. And you're going to hear all of the complaining now. So now they can't attack. They can't wipe your back row side of the field. And Wabi immediately makes it so between that and the special summon monster, they're going to have more monsters than you. So mine is going to be in effect. They get no effects. they're not going to be able to attack you. So that really doesn't matter going into like the second turn. And I'm only going to play the second turn right now because I do have an excavation / a draw card in my hand. And I like to see how fast we can maybe get to the cauldron now. So, okay, shuffle that and cut it. So you're going to draw for the turn. You're going to get a field barrier. So you're probably just going to play that. Out of these two, it doesn't matter because if you had gotten a Pot of Extravagance, we'd already have played it. So we're going to go into the duality. Let's excavate 3. Prohibition, Mystic Mine, and Mystic Mine. You can double down on the prohibitions now if you want to. Call another one. Do those get shuffled back in? They do. So we will get a quick shuffle. And then we will perform our draw 1 with the Upstart Goblin. So again, now that we have the ability to have called Twin Twisters and our Harpy's Feather Duster, we should be relatively safe. We do have the field barrier as well. So even if they did get a Lightning Storm, they shouldn't be able to do a Lightning Storm because they have monsters. But should they have been able to do this, the field barrier should have gone ahead and protected our Mystic Mine anyway. We still have an open spot, so we can play our Upstart Goblin. We're going to get a Pathfinder. If you want to, I suppose you could summon it. You could always blip him off the field, put another Mystic Mine in your hand, threaten a second one. But essentially, we're going to sit behind, and we're going to play around until, that's 1, 2, 3. So, okay, 2 turns from now, we'd end up with a duality. We could dig 3. We could find our cauldron then. So that's not terrible. But again, like I said, least interactive deck that I've ever played with. And again, I don't know, I'm only featuring it today and yesterday just because, like, this is one less copy of that deck out there. And that is the way we should be looking at this, because I am going to put this in a box. It's going to sit on my shelf. I'm never going to talk about it again unless, reasons. But it's semi-consistent. It's just not enjoyable. As far as like any deck that I've played with, you just kind of play the same plays over and over again. Let's get our cut. And that's what it is. 3, 4, 5. Let's see, going second. So going second, we see our hands. So we get a Demise, we get a Pathfinder, so we get a Mine. Get another Demise, which is terrible. Get another Pathfinder, we get a Dimension Shifter. This kind of thing happens. And then we're going to have a Left Arm Offering, which is, I'm going to go with fine. So going second, what would I do? Well, going second, I'm just immediately going to pull off Shifter. The Shifter is going to stop a lot of interaction things. It's fine. I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to play my Pathfinder and then tribute it. And then when it's tributed, it'll get banished. We'll go ahead, get our Mine. Might as well play our Mine. And then we're going to go ahead with the Left Arm Offering. It'll allow us to banish the rest of our hand. And then, of course, it'll get banished too because of the Shifter. And this will allow us to add a spell from our deck to our hand. And you guys can do whatever you want here. You just can't set the card that you're going to get. So if you feel like you want the field barrier and you think that you could just draw into the rest of the stuff, that's fine. You don't want to go after the prohibition. All the more power to you. If you want to go into a Pot of Duality and try to dig 3 and get into a better situation based on that, you could definitely do that. Or you could do what I would more than likely be doing here, and that's to go for our win condition and go for the cauldron now. Assuming our opponent already has a monster, we should be in good shape at that point, which would allow us to just, obviously none of those would have come out. We'd play that, and we'd just start counting up. We'd see just how well we could do this. Again, if the opponent has any monster, doesn't matter. Mystic Mine is going to prevent and protect us. Meanwhile, we will be able to, every turn, give this another counter. So this turn, we're going to start with just being able to burn worth 3. survives to the next turn, whatever. Prohibition, call the card that you're afraid of. This is up to 2, burn for 6. Next turn, got an upstart. Go ahead, give them 1,000. Draw your card. They don't need to know what it is. This is up to 9, so they're going to have gained 100 for the round. You're almost going to trade off with your upstart. The next turn, this is going to be up to 4. Now it's worth 12. Let's do the duality. Dig 1, dig 2, dig 3. If we want to start messing with them, we go with the Scald. Chances are I'm going to go with the Extravagance. They know that. I know that. Can't be played till the next turn. It's fine. Just is what it is. Do your 12. Next turn after that. Let's get like a good shuffle and let's do a cut. Boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. One more turn, you're going to get another Prohibition. First card you're going to want to do your Extravagance, whichever 6 you didn't want to see. Draw 2, boom. Go into the duality. Dig 3, Demise, Field Barrier, Scald. It doesn't matter. Pick the Scald, I guess, because do we already have one? Nope. So pick the Scald. And from here, besides just being a generalized nuisance, the rest of your move, I'm not going to bother cutting because I'm done interacting with this, would be to play the Scald, play the extra Prohibition, call the other card that you don't want to see. With the Scald, you can start messing with your opponent. Make sure that they're always drawing into the card that's the least opportune. So again, now if there's a Feather Duster, if there's a Twin Twister, if there's a Lightning Storm, whatever, if there's a Dark Hole, keep pushing that card back. Keep making it the least likely card to draw. And you should be fine, honestly. Because again, once they don't have monsters for effects and they can't attack you, it's just a matter of making your opponent as infuriated as possible and then suffering the most emotional damage. So that is this. This is a terrible, like I said, I really didn't enjoy playtesting this as much. I think it's a cool concept. And I think it should be just a concept. Honestly, it is one of my least favorite builds. So I wanna end it on a semi-good note, but like as consistent as it can be. I just don't enjoy it, guys. So maybe don't subscribe to me for having done this. But definitely come back tomorrow. Check it out, see who's the winner, and definitely go do something for yourself today, guys, all right? I hope to see you guys again. Hopefully you guys don't, just like 1,000 of you, drop off the subscriptions over Mystic Mine, but hey, it is what it is, right? Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Later.